Here we are on question 6, part B. From 120 to 160 seconds, the person walked at an average rate of 1/20. If the person continues to walk at the same rate, when will they have walked 60 feet? Okay, so it says from 120 to 160, they walked at a average rate of 120. So 120 to 160, we're looking at from about here to here. They had this average rate of 1/20. So what's 1/20? We got to remember, we sometimes refer to this change in y over change in x as rise over run. So the 1 is the change in y. So that must be feet. So 1 foot, this person's walking 1 foot every 20 is the change in x. So 1 foot every 20 seconds. So we know when we evaluate this, change in y is on top, and that's feet. And in the denominator, we got change in x, that's seconds. So 1 foot for every 20 seconds. We're going to remember that. Maybe I can make a little note over here and say, maybe we change our color here. 1 foot every 20 seconds. This is just a little note to help me remember what's going on. If the person continues to walk at that same rate, when will they have walked 60 feet? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, look, let's take what we've already got. We know that in 160 seconds, we made it to about right there. That's pretty close to 30. Let's just say it's 29. Let's call that 29 feet. In 160 seconds, they walked 29 feet. Now, normally, if you tried to tell me, hey, look, they walked the 29 feet in 160 seconds, how long is it going to take them to go 60 feet? I would just double the 160. That makes sense, right? We could just double from here to here, but you got a problem, right? Because they were changing their speed. They were going fast and slow, fast and slow. And what they're telling me here is that this person, they walked at a rate of 1/20 from 120 to 160, and they are going to continue to walk at that same rate. So we're not worried about their average rate of change from 0 to 160. We can't use the 30 feet in 160 seconds. We're going to need to calculate how long it's going to take them to walk the rest of the way to get to that 60 feet, which would be like way up here off the graphs. I mean, it's double 30. It's going to be way off the graph. So we can't use this graph to figure it out. We're just going to think, how much farther do we need to go? If this is 29 here, how many more feet do I need to go? I'm trying to get to 60 from 29. I want to go 60 feet, and I know we already walked 29. So I'm going to figure out what's the difference. How much further do I need to walk? And that's about 31 feet. This person needs to go another 31 feet to get to 60 seconds. So I'm going to take that information. If I need to go another 31 feet, and I know that it's taken me 20 seconds to go each foot, if I multiply 31 times 20, that'll tell me how many seconds it's going to take to walk 31 more feet. So times 20, where did the 20 come from? They told me that they're walking 1 foot every 20 seconds when they said the average rate of change is 1/20. And the 31 came from how much further I need to walk to get to the 60. When I took 60 minus the 29 I already walked, I figured out I need to go another 31 feet, and I needed to go, it's going to take me 20 seconds for each of those 31 feet. So I'm going to multiply those numbers together to figure out what that is. 20 times 30 is 600. And then to that 600, we're going to add the 1 times 20. is 620. So I'm thinking it's going to take me another 620 seconds to make it to that 60 feet that I'm trying to get to. But if you stop there, you're going to have a big problem, right? It's not 620 seconds to go all 60 feet. We got to add back in this 160 seconds that it took me to get to the 29-foot mark, right? So if I add the 160 I already walked, or this person, they already walked 160 to get to 29 feet, we got to add that to the 620 seconds that it's going to take them to get to the rest of the way, that 31 more feet that it'll take to get to 60 feet. So add the 620 plus the 160, plus 160, and where did the 160 come from? It came from right here. It took us 160 to get that 29-foot mark. So I need to make sure to add that to the 620 seconds that it's going to take to go that additional 31 feet. And what do we get here? What's our final answer? It's approximately 780. This is why you want to show your work, okay? Because you might have picked some different numbers. Maybe you assumed they're close enough to 30 feet after 160 seconds. If the more work you show, the better chance I'm going to be able to see that you know what you're doing. So I'm showing all my work here. Whoever was to grade my work would say, even if they approximated me at being 28 feet after 160 seconds or 30 feet, they can see exactly what I'm working on and recognize where exactly this final answer that I came up with of 780 seconds. It will take another 700, or it will take a total of 780 seconds to get to that 60-foot mark.